I remember I approached this beat when I was sober at another place. Maybe I wasn't sober. I'm usually smoking while I'm working, to be honest. But regardless, I had a whole different take on this same beat. And then I was in Montana and like heard the beat and I had this whole other take on it. And, you know, I'm smoking and I was like a gray high and I'm looking at the view and I'm just like, it was like where I like had my first experience where I actually had like, I found the truth. And like the truth is that like, I don't take credit for the ideas, even though they're mine. And a lot of people have ego and like, yo, I come up with good ideas, I execute. I talk to Cody about this all the time. Like, forget, you're good at all that, but do you ever think about why you? Why does your mind, you don't think everyone else wants to be good at that? Why you, you know? And for me, now it clicked for me that day in Montana where I was just like, it's just about getting myself to a position to receive the ideas. Like, if I'm taking care of myself and I'm having fun, I feel like I'm living a balanced life and I'm overall have the right intentions and shit, and I know I'm working towards being better, whether it's meditating or taking care of my body or whatever it may be. When I'm high on that frequency and then I'm smoking, you know, we talk about the weed, like I literally said to Kilmer, I was like, you know, like this weed could get part of credit in this song. You know, and he's like, you'd be a legend if you just broke off from publishing the blunt, but like, that'd be hard. I'm gonna assign the artist the blunt and it's just gonna be me giving credit to the blunt. So I still get the publishing. But dude, you know, we're I really feel like when you talk about like getting rid of your ego, and I know that's a big conversation, and most people don't even realize that they're like completely identified with their ego. I used to be that person. That was it.
I don't know if, I mean, for me, it's just such a simple thing that is in everybody. Everybody has a little bit of it. And
of course.
I always view it as,
yeah,
you know, it's hard to get over yourself, bro. It's hard to take
think
yourself
about it.
out of the center of your world at every point in time.
We're seeing the world through these eyes, you know what I mean? So we have our own thoughts, and everyone else is just supporting like roles in our movies. So we're just like wired to expect that everything's revolving around us because that's what it looks like, you know? It's what it looks like through our eyes for the most part. And I was definitely one of those people. But now, you know, in regards to the weed, like I really do, I wouldn't smoke if I felt like it made me lazy and uninspired.
And I've changed the way that, you know, I've always been a smoker.
Yeah.
It's always something that I feel like has
How
helped
early
me.
were you smoking weed?
Probably really didn't start smoking until, you know, 16 or 17,
Yeah.
18.
So that's what I didn't smoke till I was 21.
But I used to smoke in a way different fashion. I used to smoke to just blitz myself, and just now I smoke way more casually and way more as like almost type of like a meditating to calm my mind a little bit and relax at the end of a day and do things like that. You know, I used to be a wake up and smoke, and just that was what I like, just pushing it to the max, pedal to the metal on it all the time. And I found myself changing on that and using it as something, as a tool to really help myself and help myself slow my brain down and get away from the world for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, I need that. I need to get off this, I need to get out of this, and I need to just be for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just go sit in my backyard and just chill and just take some time to myself and catch a vibe with the world.
Yeah. And it's interesting, we're in a transformative time where the medicinal side of marijuana is like obviously being revealed, and it's becoming recreational, and it's normalized. Places we've been, it's very normalized. We smoke every day, all that type of shit. But it's interesting, we're in a funny phase because there's still some people on the internet like, yeah, talking about life, put down the pot, man.
Yeah, bro.
Like I literally, and I'm just like, they obviously live in like a place that hasn't legalized it yet, and like grew up in a family that said that's the devil's lettuce, you know, like you can't smoke that shit, like,
which is really insane. I can't. I do see it sometimes too. Like these guys just sitting around smoking a blunt, talking like
bro, all the most successful people I know smoke, get high, do all types of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's actually. Here's what I'll say about drugs in general. I know you just asked about weed, but even just like I do psychedelics, you know, I really go where the wave takes me. and I don't judge it.
I've been a big believer in that too. It's something that we haven't talked about very much, but the psychedelics and things of that nature, if used in a proper setting and doing it the right way, are very beneficial.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
They've been
mind.
huge for me. Like my change of just understanding like that it's a fucking big ass world, and like it's not just this little bubble that I've been stuck in, you know? And that was a huge. We went out.
That's a big realization that I think a lot of people don't get out, you know, get in their mind for a while.
I know.
That they're in this little controlled environment and little bubble. I mean, on the big grand scheme of things, on the big picture thing, like you're a small dot in such a small thing in the entirety of the world.
People kind of on it. I talk about this in the YNK shit. And people you'd say it's hippie stuff, but it's really genuinely how I feel. It's just like, dude, we're on a rock spinning through fucking space. Like people forget the wonders of what's happening. When I talk about, I used to never look at a sunrise. Now I'm watching that shit and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It looks like a movie to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think psychedelics had a role in that. I think, bro, I remember I was literally in Joshua Tree. We went out with the purpose, because I do psychedelics, but I just microdose mainly.
Of course, same.
I'm not really turning up ever on it.
No.
But we went out to Joshua Tree. I knew I was ready for like a breakthrough, and I had an amazing breakthrough. This music that I've made, this sound, the mic sound, where it's like this more feel-good shit, it's not all rap and like ego music. I used to just write about fucking bitches and money and shit. It's whack. I literally had the awakening there. I was listening to Casey Musgraves, who she was in our section the other night.
Yeah. And?
I didn't say anything to her.
Big Papa Steve was really, really harsh.
Said absolutely nothing to her.
Ball don't lie, show your shot. Yeah.